Hey guys, you guys are going to give you guys my Europa League predictions for the round of 32, guys. So, like I said before, guys, this will not be very extensive considering there are 16 matches and I have a lot of videos to make. I'm a busy man, and I don't have really enough time to go in depth into this. So, feel free to talk to me in the comments below if you believe your team can progress. Like I said before, guys, I'm going to try to be objective here. I'm a Barcelona fan. My team is not even in this competition, and I just love the Europa League. The Europa League for me is a very good competition, and so forth. So with that being said, let's go and get started. So the first game we have is Wolfsburg versus Tottenham Hotspur. Wolfsburg is from Austria, and Tottenham Hotspur, of course, they're from England. For me, honestly, and this one, I believe this will be interesting because Wolfsburg have been given a very massive task to go against one of the Europa League favorites, per se. Jose Mourinho, we know the kind of record he has as a manager. He has won trophies at every single club. He's regarded as one of the best managers in the world. And despite Tottenham not playing particularly too well as recently, they've been struggling. They've been struggling to score goals, struggling defensively. I believe this will be a good task for them. I believe at this point Tottenham should maybe just focus on trying to win the Europa League because for me the competitions for them look very bleak. And if Jose Mourinho wants to win a trophy for Tottenham, I believe this is probably their best chance because Premier League they ain't gonna win the Premier League. Let me just put it out there. Carabao Cup potentially maybe. Although City look really good right now. And then as far as the FA Cup is concerned, City is pretty much the team that they have to beat. If they beat City or a team beats City for them, then I think they could maybe do it. And we'll see, man. They have to knock out City, or they have to hope some other team knocks City out for them. So I just believe the Europa League is probably their best bet. And I honestly do believe that this one will be very interesting for them. So I'm going to go for Tottenham Hotspur to beat Wolfsburg, even without Harry Kane. Okay. Next one we have Dynamo Kiev versus Club Brugge. Dynamo Kiev is from Ukraine. Club Brugge is from Belgium. And for me, this is a very interesting one because I think Dynamo Kiev is a team that didn't play so bad in the group stage. Actually, played quite well. I remember their B team actually gave a huge fight to Barcelona at the Camp Nou. They actually played very well. And they actually, I think this is a good team. This is a good team, and that I think on their day, they could maybe do something. As for Club Brugge, man, I feel so bad for Club Brugge because they were nearly in the round of 16. And had it not hit crossbar, they could have potentially won it, and it would have been a big victory for them. And they would have qualified for the round of 16, And I just feel like this Club Brugge team, their attack is so good. And they improved everything, And I just believe this Club Brugge team will be too much for Dynamo Kiev. And I think Club Brugge will narrowly ease this one. I don't think this will be lopsided. I think this will be kind of close. And I think Club Brugge will just about make it to the round of 16. Next up is Real Sociedad versus Manchester United. Another interesting one. Real Sociedad have been playing very well in La Liga. They have been playing very well in La Liga. They were top of the table for a while now. And since then, they've been kind of suffering. They're right now, as we speak, they're currently 6th right now in the league. And I honestly believe they're kind of free-falling right now, and that Sociedad are not in the best position as they were earlier in the season. David Silva's been excellent for them. Isaac's been great. Yanazai, Romero has been good for them. As for United, man, this is an interesting one because I feel like Manchester United, for me, should probably focus on trying to win this competition because United have a great squad. We know the team they have. You got David De Gea, who's been excellent. I mean, maybe not excellent per se. Bruno Fernandes has been really good for them. Pogba's been decent. Martial has been decent, The Cavani has been excellent so far. And then, the thing about United, though, that I really worry about them is their defense. That's the thing I'm worrying most about United. It's not necessarily their attack, their midfield. Is that their defense. Because if they have a disaster class defensively, they ain't going to progress to the round of 16. Let me just put it that way. They ain't going to progress to the round of 16. However, if their defense is actually good on the day, then they shouldn't have any issues because I think for me, Sociedad, they've been struggling right now in the league, and I just believe United can take advantage of this. And I believe United will make it to the round of 16. United have been looking pretty good, Next one is Benfica versus Arsenal. This one's another interesting one. I think Benfica, for me, has been a surprise. As I said before, guys, Portuguese teams sometimes do underperform in these European competitions. And Benfica, man, I don't know what to say about Benfica, man. Seferovic has been good. Otamendi hasn't really been that great. And I just believe this Benfica team, for me, has been struggling. I feel like this Benfica team leaves so much to be desired. as for Arsenal, man, Arsenal, when the draw was made, it looked really bad for Arsenal. Arsenal were in potential talks to get relegated from the Premier League. And thankfully for them, they have survived. They have been on a good run of form. They have looked decent. And I just feel like Arsenal, for me, is a team that I feel like when they get their groove, they start playing well. You know, they just have to stop their habits of making things stupid. Like, I saw that game against Wolves. Like, this was a game where Arsenal played so well in the first half. In the second half, they absolutely played garbage. I mean, it's just ridiculous how Arsenal has been like this. You know what I'm saying? They have to have some kind of awareness. You know what I'm saying? Especially those red cards. I've read the stat that Arsenal got so many red cards in the English Premier League. It's ridiculous, man. So if Arsenal puts their A game here, Benfica puts their A game, I expect Arsenal to get through. I just feel like Arsenal is a better team than Benfica. Benfica, for me, they have been struggling right now. And I just believe that this Benfica team, for me, I think this will be too much. I think this will be very interesting. I think this one we could see a goal fest. And I think Arsenal will just slightly edge Benfica in this one. Next up is Crvena Zvezda versus Milan. Crvena Zvezda, I believe it is from Turkey, I believe, right? No, not Turkey. Serbia, I think, right? Okay, I think it's from Serbia. Let me go double check before I go continue. I want to make sure I get this right. Yeah, it's Serbia. See, I corrected myself, guys. And AC Milan, they've been looking great. AC Milan, man, this is really interesting for AC Milan. AC Milan versus Red Star Belgrade. I just feel like for me, AC Milan, they've been so good. You know, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Theo Hernandez, Donnarumma, Kessie, Rafael Leao. This AC Milan team looks very, very talented indeed. And right now they're sitting top of the Scudetto, right? And I predicted they would win the Scudetto, man. And honestly, I really hope they do. You know, they look very good indeed. And I honestly don't know what to make because I don't know if they could really focus on two competitions. Like, can they really win both? Imagine they win both, man. That would be ridiculous. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, of course, is scoring the goals. And I just feel like this Milan team has been on really good form, you know. No disrespect to Crvena Zvezda. I think they can easily get a result here. I wouldn't be surprised if they... I think they could maybe do it if Milan doesn't really care about this competition. However, I do expect Milan to go all guns blazing, and I think Milan will take this seriously, and hence the reason why I think Milan will go to the round of 16. Next game we have is Antwerp versus Rangers. Rangers have been really, really looking good under Steven Gerrard. I've been really impressed with what Rangers been doing. They topped the group ahead of Benfica, which I thought was a very massive achievement on their part, and I just believe this Rangers team has been overperforming. They have been so good. They're from Scotland, Antwerp's from Belgium, and I just believe this Rangers team has enough quality to overtake Antwerp. So hence the reason why I think Rangers will progress to the round of 16, man. So we got the next one. You got Slavia Prague versus Leicester City. Leicester City, in my opinion, have been very good in the Premier League. Brendan Rodgers has done an excellent job with this team. Jamie Vardy, James Maddison, Kasper Schmeichel. Then you got Harvey Barnes, then Ndidi, Fofana. Then you got Soyuncu. You know, this team has been looking very, very good indeed. As for Slavia Prague, they've been they've been good. You know, they're from the Czech Republic, of course. You know, we know what they did last season in the Champions League. They were actually pretty darn impressive, despite them finishing bottom of the group. However, they did let go of several key players over that summer, and I think that might have cost them big time. And I just think Leicester will be too much of a task here. So hence the reason why I think Leicester City will make it to the round of 16. Next, we have a very interesting one, probably the most difficult one here, and that is RB Salzburg versus Villarreal. I honestly believe, for me, this will be a very, very tough game to call. This is a tough game. This is a tough game to call because I honestly could. This one's a really tough one. I think I don't even know which team to pick here. Salzburg has been playing very well. You know, they let go of Dominic Szoboszlai to RB Leipzig. And I just feel like Jesse Marsch has done a fantastic job for this RB Salzburg team. You know, we know how attacking they are. And Una Emery with Villarreal as well. He's been very attacking-minded. As Villarreal team has been playing very well as well. You know, Chukwueze, Danny Pereiro, Moreno, Paco Alcacer. You know, this is a good team. This is a good team indeed. This is a tough call. This is a tough call to make. Right now, if you're to ask me which team I believe is better, I would probably lean towards Villarreal because I think Villarreal has a lot of qualities. They have been playing very well in the league, La Liga, and I just think RB Salzburg, this might have been too much for them. So I'm gonna say Villarreal will maybe get the job done on penalties or maybe on away goals. That I'm just gonna call right now. I think this will be a goal fest. You know. Next we have Braga versus Roma. Braga for me have been excellent. In their own league, Liga NOS and Portugal. And I feel like Roma for me in Serie A has been excellent. Zaniolo has been excellent for them. And Carlos Perez, a former Barcelona player, of course. Braga, Trincao used to play there. I believe they have Abel Ruiz there. And I just feel like this Roma team for me has been looking great. Their attack has been looking good. Their defense has been a little bit dodgy, to say the least. However, with all that said and done, I think I'm going to have to pick Roma to get the job done here against Braga. So the next game we have is Krasnodar versus Dynamo Zagreb. I think this one for me is a very interesting one. I think Krasnodar from Russia, they've been pretty good. And Croatia, Dynamo Zagreb. And I just feel like for me this is a very interesting one because I think Dynamo Zagreb for me, they have a lot of qualities. Danny Olmo used to play for them. I think Orsic is a good player for them, And I feel like it's very difficult to play in Croatia. It's very difficult. We saw how teams last season in Champions League did not play particularly too well over there, So I feel like for me this is very interesting. Krasnodar could easily do it. Russia is not an easy place to go to as well. So I have a feeling, though, I have a feeling that Dynamo Zagreb might just edge this one out simply because they're playing the away leg first, and I think that'll give them an advantage. And so hence the reason why I think Dynamo Zagreb will progress to the round of 16 in the Europa League. Next up, we have Young Boys versus Bayer Leverkusen. Bayer Leverkusen have been doing very well in the Bundesliga. They've been coping well without Kai Havertz. And Leon Bailey has stepped up. Radecki's been excellent for them. Who else? Let's see. That's pretty much it that I can remember of. And then Young Boys, man. Young Boys, we know what they can do. They're from Switzerland, I believe. And I feel like for me, this will be interesting because I think Leverkusen have been looking very good in their own Bundesliga. And I think this will be very interesting. So I'm going to go Leverkusen to beat Young Boys, though. Next one is Molde versus Hoffenheim. I believe Molde is a team from Norway and Hoffenheim is a team from Germany. And Hoffenheim been great, man. You got the likes of Kramaric, who's been excellent for them. And I think he's a very good player for them. And I just think that this one will be interesting. I think Hoffenheim should get the job done against Molde. Next up we have is Granada versus Napoli. Napoli been looking really good in Serie A. Napoli's been looking good. Osimhen has done an excellent job over there. Dries Mertens been excellent over there. Insigne has been good. Ospina has been great. And Granada, man. Granada's a team that I think has definitely overperformed, man. This is the team that have conceded the most goals in La Liga, yet they're still somehow in the top 10. So it's interesting to know that even though they don't really have a great defense, they can hurt you on the attack, and they have caused troubles. I mean, in fact, man, my team, they actually led 2-0 against my team, and my team somehow came from behind to win at 5-3, which was a ridiculous win. So, yeah, man, I just think Napoli will be too much for them. Napoli, Koulibaly is also there as well. And I feel like Napoli is also another contender to win the Europa League. I think Napoli is a team that could easily win it. So, as much as I want Granada to progress here, it would be nice for the underdogs to continue here. I think Napoli will probably just get the job done. Next up is Tel Aviv versus Shakhtar Donetsk. If I'm not mistaken, I think Tel Aviv is a team from Israel, I think. Let me go and double check. I might be wrong. Yes, it is Israel. Okay, that is right. I just wanted to check that. Okay. And so forth. So Shakhtar, man, we saw what they did in the group stage. Shakhtar pulling off those draws against Inter Milan was very impressive. And even beating Real Madrid twice was ridiculous, man. That counterattack. Tyson was excellent for them. Payotov was good for them. And I just like this Shakhtar team. They can hurt you on the counterattack. They are so good at attacking-wise. And even though defensively they were pretty crap, especially against Gladbach, Gladbach exposed them. Gladbach put 10 past Shakhtar. I still think this will be too much of a task for Tel Aviv. It's very impressive. They actually managed to get this far. And as you guys know, I love the underdogs to continue. Sadly, though, I think Shakhtar will prevail here. I think Shakhtar is from Ukraine. So there you guys go. Shakhtar are a very dangerous team on the counter, especially Tyson. Those players, man. Teti's been excellent, And yeah. Moving on to this penultimate one, we have Lille versus Ajax. A very interesting one, and I think this one can be very interesting. And I could see maybe an upset here on this one, Lille versus Ajax. Ajax have been playing pretty well in the Eredivisie table. Although I did hear today that their new signing Haller has not been registered, and I Onana has been suspended for 12 months, so that could be very interesting for Ajax here. Lille, man, they've been playing very well in the French league, League One Uber Eats. And I feel like for me, this one I might actually go with the upset here. I haven't picked any upsets yet on this occasion in the round of 32, and I have a feeling we're going to see at least one upset, and I feel like this might be the one we're going to see an upset. Maybe, well, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this right now. I would say Ajax win, but to keep things interesting, I'm going to say Lille will actually win this one. Lille will actually win this one, and I think they'll progress to the round of 16. I think it'll be very impressive if they do so. So, Lille, don't let me down here. Next up is Olympiacos versus PSV Eindhoven. Olympiacos, man, they played very well in the group stage in Champions League. They very tough team defensively. They don't concede many goals, and this is a good team that could hurt you. As for PSV, they have been doing well in the Eredivisie, and I just feel like because of how good Olympiacos are defensively, I think Olympiacos might actually get the edge here. And I feel like Olympiacos is a team that you cannot underestimate. Look what they did last season. They took out Arsenal. They beat Arsenal at the Emirates. You know what I'm saying? I know it's Arsenal. I know people say, Arsenal's like kind of they're not that good as they used to be. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like Olympiacos have that fear factor and the surprise factor. So that is my that's just my Europa League predictions. I almost said Champions League predictions there. So let me know what you guys think about the comments below. I'll be back for the round of 16. And so you guys, let me know what you think, guys, and think in the comments below. I'm hoping to at least get 8 of the 16 right. And remember to comment, like, subscribe, check out my description, Twitter, Discord, and my email. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.